Can we talk for a sec? I know the idea of manifestation is really cool. And I'm a believer that manifestation is a thing. I have manifested some great things in my life. You want to know the truth? Majority of things that I have attempted to manifest have not come to fruition. And I know why. And that's what I'm going to share with you in today's video. So get comfortable and let's talk all things manifestation or not. So here's the thing. Manifestation is the idea of creating something in your mind and believing it to be true and vibrating at some high frequency, the same frequency of what it is you're trying to manifest. And in some way, that thing, person, experience will come to you. Now, that sounds juicy in theory, but how many things in your life have you manifested that have come to fruition versus how many things in your life that you have tried to manifest have not happened, or at least not happened yet? I want to suggest the reason why a lot of the things that you have manifested are not coming to you is because you're not actually practicing manifestation, you're practicing magical thinking. And you know what that is? Hocus pocus. It really doesn't get you anywhere. So today I want to break down the difference between magical thinking and manifestation and help you figure out which one you're doing so that you can get what you want and you can move on with the life that you want and be the person that you want to be and all that great stuff. So let's talk about what magical thinking is. And let's use me as an example. For many years, I mean, more than I care to admit, if I'm being completely honest, I have sat down at the beginning of the year with my journal and my yoga mat and my dreams and all the things. And I would do my yoga flow. And then I would journal what I want and how it would make me feel. Then I'd do a manifestation meditation and speak aloud into the universe what I want: a big income or more followers or a new house or a trip or a new person coming into my life or an existing person getting out of my life. There would be a number of things. And I'm not suggesting that the things that I attempted to manifest were completely out of the realm of possibility because I'm a very practical person. But the reality is that a lot of those things didn't come to fruition. Why is this? That's what we're going to get into right now. So, number one, the first reason why you might be magically thinking instead of manifesting is that you're thinking about way too many things. Here's the thing about manifestation and goal setting in general: you have to know the thing that is most important. If you want to have more than one goal, that's great, but one goal has to be the goal. It has to be the one thing to which is most important, and all other things must either align to or get behind. So, the reason we want one thing is that that becomes our North Star. And when you're manifesting something, you want to move in the direction of that North Star. So if you're trying to manifest a new house and a trip and a new job, your North Star is in three different places. And if you're a divergent thinker like me, your brain's typically in a million places anyway. So what you need to do is herd the cats of all those little thoughts into one direction that becomes your North Star for whatever period of time it is until you achieve that thing. And all other things will then go underneath it. Because imagine this: you walk into the McDonald's of manifestation and the universe is standing behind the counter and you got the menu up here of all the things that you can manifest. And you start looking at this menu and you're like, well, I kind of like the cheeseburger, but then I also want the quarter pounder and I want the Big Mac and do I want a large fry? Maybe I just need a Diet Coke. Oh, but you know what? That apple pie, you know what I mean? You're asking for all the things. Meanwhile, the universe is behind the counter going, hello, there's other people behind you, so you better get clear on what you want so I can give it to you and move on with the next person. And so we sit there and we either waffle on our decisions or we have a lot of different, possibly competing decisions. And then you end up walking out with something that you didn't want or empty handed because the universe gets frustrated and kicks you out of the store. Number two, you're not holding what you want in your consciousness all the time. What do I mean by that? If you want something, whether it's a goal or something you're trying to manifest, you've got to remember that that's what you want. And if you have a poor working memory like I do, hello ADHDers, then out of sight, out of mind, right? You have to pick one thing and make sure that you're reminded every day why that's important, because that's going to help you plan your week, plan your day. It's going to help you say yes or no in the moment when things come up and they're shiny and novel and new, but they're not necessarily aligned to what you want. So make sure that you're getting super clear on what it is you want and make sure that you have a ton of different reminders, whether that's support from other people or sticky notes. You want to be in awareness of it every single day. Number three, you are just magically thinking if you do not have a plan to execute. Now, some of you might say, well, if it's meant for me, it will come to me easily. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, but you can't just sit there on your couch and assume that the universe is going to deliver wonderful things to you. If your goal is to run a marathon, it will require your participation of putting your shoes on and going out for a run. If your goal is to start a new business, it is going to require you to actually come up with a business plan or an idea and execute on it. And very often, I hear people that are hardcore in manifestation just saying, I'm going to hold this idea, and when the time is right, or when I'm in alignment, or when it feels good, then I will start. How often in your life do you wake up thinking, I'm going to crush my hardest goal today because I'm feeling it? I got the vibe. Maybe you feel that from one day to the next, but do you feel that way every single day? No. And the reality is, if there's something in your life that you want to manifest, you need to be aware of it, you need to remember it, and you need to show up for it every day. Manifestation is a process of co-creation. You're not sitting there passively waiting for opportunity to come to you without you doing something to get that ball rolling. So have a plan, know what it is you want to do, visit it every day, make sure that it's on your calendar and you're pouring time, energy, and resources into it. Because again, it's your North Star, right? So everything else that you have to do in your life, all your commitments that you need to do, all of that still has to exist, but it still has to exist in a container of you moving towards this one vision for what it is you want in your life. And number five, or is this number four? I don't remember. It has to be important enough to you that you are willing to do everything it takes to get it done. Now, some might say, well, if you're manifesting and you're too attached to the outcome, then it'll never happen. I'm not telling you to attach to an outcome. I'm telling you to attach to an emotion and a feeling of why this is so important and why you're willing to get up every day and sometimes do things you don't want to do to move it forward. It has to be more compelling in your heart than it is in your head, because your brain has one job: to keep you alive. That means it doesn't want you to do things that are potentially scary or unsafe. It wants to keep you safe. So in your heart, if you don't want what you want badly enough, or you don't have a strong enough why, your brain will say to you every single day, today's not the day. We want to wait till we're in alignment or in the right energy. And your brain is going to tell you that every single day because it wants you to be safe. It wants you to conserve energy because it's tired of moving your ass around every day, right? So those are the reasons why I think very often what we're doing is magical thinking instead of manifestation. So what if you do want to manifest something? Go after one thing, keep it top of mind, think about it, write about it, know about it, work on it every single day. Make sure that it's aligned in your heart, because you know your brain is going to get in the way, and have a plan to execute. And then, of course, with all of that said, don't be too attached to the outcome. Know that it will come if you keep moving in the direction of it in a way that's probably even better than what you've imagined. But you got to keep moving forward day after day, putting your attention and your focus and your heart in the direction of that one thing, your North Star. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are somebody who struggles to find one thing, that one thing that's most meaningful for you, then you might need the help of a coach or a mentor. I would love to be that for you. I work specifically with ADHD folks who have a lot of ideas and struggle to hone in on that one thing that's most important to them. And I help my clients do that, figure it out, and then move into action to become the person they want to be. So on that note, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.